Hello everyone to Electric News Highlights. It's 2026 and this is week 19. If your company has electric cars as company cars, of course you want your employee to charge at home. It's cheaper for you and it's easier for the employee. Tronity has a software solution for you to know how much you have to pay your employee for charging at home. With the Fleet Manager you manage your employees and your cars. Tronity connects to the cars and knows exactly when the car is charging at home and how much. And then you get an easy monthly bill for your employee. If you want to know more, there's a link in the description below. No more ice. Porsche is kicking the Macan ice version, so all the fossil burning cars of the Macan, only the electric will stay. The car is built in Leipzig in Germany, and in the summer of 2026 they will stop producing the ice version. In some countries you can still get cars then, the Macan ice, you can still get it, but no more new cars then. EV sales in Norway in April, 98.6% of new cars registered in Norway were electric cars. We know that Norway is so up on the scale when it comes to electric cars. They were in it from the start because the Norwegian government did a lot of cool things like no VAT, no tax on electric cars and stuff like this, so it's instantly 20% cheaper, which is really cool. And in April 10,952 cars out of 11,103 cars that were registered in that month were electric. Number one was the Id.3 from Volkswagen, which is interesting. Then the Toyota Urban Cruiser, I guess that's not an electric car, it's in the full thing. Then the Id.3 and then the BMW iX3, which is coming out right now. I will be getting the BMW in July, I think in the last week of July, for 2 weeks to test it out. Can't wait. Volkswagen new production concept. Game Changer is the name, the internal name of Volkswagen in Wolfsburg, in the gigantic factory where they're building right now. Most of it are ICE cars, internal combustion engine cars, but they're planning a new concept to build electric cars way cheaper, faster and easier. When it will be coming, we don't know. We know Volkswagen is trying to minimize their cost when it comes to production and overall for the company. Not so much is known right now, but Wolfsburg is more and more there to build electric cars as well. So far it's mostly in Zwickau, then in Hanover the bus is being built, and in Emden they built the Id.4 and the Id.7, but Wolfsburg wants to do more as well, and they will try to give this new Game Changer concept there a try. BYD sales are down. BYD sells a lot of cars all over the world and it's going up like a rocket, especially in Europe. But overall they're selling less because China, their biggest market, they sell 40% of their cars are sold in China, and the number for China is going down. They're selling EVs and hybrids, and like I said, China is going down and that pulls the whole BYD brand down a bit. I have tested the BYD Seal and I drove a bit with the Atto 2, but I asked for more press cars. So far I didn't hear back. By the way, if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery, where I'm vlogging. So if I get a car, what's happening with the car, if there are any news and anything happening, really awesome. Transparent factory. In Dresden, Volkswagen has the transparent factory where I got my Id.3, for example. There's a delivery thing, but it was also a little factory that was with a lot of glass so people could see how cars are being built. When I saw the factory, they built the e-Golf back in the day, then they did the Id.3, but in the end of 2024 they closed the factory and right now no cars are being built, and there was speculation that Volkswagen is selling the transparent factory to BYD BYD, but Volkswagen denies this and says no, they're not selling it to BYD. So they're still working on the whole thing to be more of a, not museum, but a showcase of stuff like this, but no cars are being built. I think when they built the Id.3, it was like 150 cars a day. That's of course not a lot of cars. Volkswagen Id.3 is #1 in Germany, and I'm not talking about new cars being delivered to customers. I mean all over. When you look at all EVs in Germany right now, since January 2026, the Volkswagen Id.3 is the car that is the most on the streets in Germany. After that, we have the Tesla Model Y. Then we have the, where's my thing? We have the Volkswagen ID.4/5, and then other cars. I have the list here so you can see all of this. But very, very interesting. Model Y was always #1. But since last year, it got a bit of a dip because of Elon Musk's political career there. Now the Id.3 is on #1. Tesla semi-truck charging. In the United States, Tesla is rolling out the semi-truck charging. 1.2 megawatt can be charged there when you charge there with a Tesla semi-truck. But Tesla is saying they're selling the chargers, not only, so they're not just putting them in themselves. No, you can buy a charger and you can use it with other brands as well. So if you have a company, Tesla is thinking like this: when you are delivering something and you're standing there and everything you have on the truck has to be taken off, this takes some time. What if in this time you charge the truck, the electric truck, and when you're done, the truck can drive another 300-400 miles, which would be amazing. And now companies can buy the thing. It's a power cabinet with 2 charging stalls, and it costs $188,000. I think that's okay. I think that's an okay price. Of course, it's just the equipment, if installment, what you need, everything, the infrastructure, this of course costs something else more. But also interesting, Tesla wants 8 cents per kilowatt hour if other brands are charging. So if you have a Tesla semi-truck, it costs 188,000 plus installing costs. But if you charge other trucks, 8 cents per kilowatt hour. Audi recalled the original e-tron and the Q8, which was then the facelift of the original e-tron, are being recalled. And it's cars that are built between 2018 to 2024. There's a problem with the brake pedal, I can't say it, something with the how it's attached, that there could be less function. That's a nice description if maybe the brakes don't work, something like this, or something is moving around, something like this. It doesn't sound good. It's 96,000 cars, 14,000 are in Germany, and they have to go back to the dealer. And it's not just the normal version, the Sportback is also included in this, of course, but they have to go back to the dealer and they have to be checked, and then everything is fine. Dreamy Rocket EV. It sounds crazy. I mean, we've heard Elon Musk say he wants to put rockets on the Tesla Roadster. Tesla Roadster overall is already amazingly powerful, and then with the rockets, it's just crazy. And Dreamy, which is a company that sells vacuums and other electric devices, has now shown an EV with a lot of power. What was it? 1400 kilowatts of power, 1.8 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. And now they updated the car and said they've put rockets on the thing that start extremely fast. And now we get to an acceleration of 0.9 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Because it's very important that acceleration, it doesn't matter how much power you put into the car, it's if the wheels can put that power on the road, and because the power is on the wheels with motors. But if you have rockets, this has nothing to do with this. The wheels aren't the factor that are slowing you down from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. That's why it's so incredibly fast. But They say production should start in 2027. We'll see how this goes and if it's even allowed on roads and stuff like this. But not the newest idea, but a weird idea. And a bit of news about the channel. Still, I have here the EV9 GT. A lot of fun and more comfortable than I thought. I did my range test last week, and next week, on Friday, I'm gonna do my long distance trip. And on Monday it will be picked up, and I get the EV4 with the small battery, which will be really interesting with charging and driving, how's the range and everything, because it's a very cheap car, which is really cool. Excited about that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1. But that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.